using as a talking about the calendar, the thing that I got. Good morning. This is the morning show with H20 and Dr. Butterfly, the relationship specialist. Hold on. You good? You good this morning?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
How you doing this morning, H20?
Oh man, everything's all right. Everything's all right. Praise God. Praise God.
How did you enjoy? What's good going for you? What's going good for you?
Today, what's going good for me? Stuff is moving in the right direction. I believe, I believe we have stuff moving in the right direction. But yeah, what's good? What's going on with you? What's good with you? What's going on?
What's going good? Because sometimes I would ask my clients that. I'll be like, what's going good? What's going good for you? And I don't know, pretty much everything. I mean, life is life, and life presents challenges.
Yeah.
Whether that is medical, all kind of challenges. But everything is going well. I'm solid. So there you go. Stable. That's what one of my clients told me yesterday. I'm stable. So I'm stable. So there you go. I would talk about today self-limiting beliefs and what do you think that means? That's in my book, Self-Limiting Beliefs. That's in this book, Regulate and Reframe.
Mm-hmm.
It is thoughts that actually, there are thoughts that are help you and thoughts that limit you. Let's see if I can find it. We talked about the mind-body connection. This is really a great book. The point in these books is to, if you go through this whole book and you focus on one page and you do that, because even therapy is not does you no good unless you do something different. So if you were to do understanding your nervous system, you would just like practice understanding the ventral vagal state, sympathetic state, the fight or flight state, and the dorsal vagal state, and start to practice knowing where you are and knowing how to get to a better state. If you would read that part, so you would just do the exercises in each one and try to become a little bit better. And it actually changes your life in different areas. Like if you change your life, if you improve your life in one area, it'll go all the way. It'll actually go to other areas. So anyway, this is a journal. So that's faith and regulation prompt, learning how to use faith to regulate your nervous system. That's in the book. Your nervous system map. CBE, applying CBT in real life. So CBT is cognitive behavior therapy and deals with how you think about things. And if you read this, if you go through this book and you do the CBT triangle, it just shows you how your thoughts affect your mood. But as we go through this, we're going to get to the one I'm talking about. So then we got reframing my thoughts, how to use the feeling wheel. So that means it's that like gaining emotional intelligence. If you gain emotional intelligence, it will help you be less emotional reactive. That's the point of that. If you understand your emotions, you're likely to not overreact when you feel things.
Right.
So, but we're getting to that. And then I got the I feel, I need in there, just learning how to say what I feel and what I need. A lot of people don't even know what they need, especially a lot of women. I'll be like, you need to talk to your partner about what you need. And if they don't know what they need. And so that's what we learn how to understand more about what you need. But let me try to see. Let me get to here.
Right.
Self-limiting beliefs is what I'm getting to. Let me see. Nervous system tracking, daily tracking page. We need to actually go to some of these things. Mapping and shaping your nervous system. That's one of my biggest studies, is studying the nervous system. I absolutely love that. Couples co-regulation. What do you think couples co-regulation is? What's couples co-regulation? How do couples co-regulate each other?
I believe maybe by regulating their self, like as far as their body.
Okay.
You know, like you have regulate your body and reframe your thinking.
Uh-huh.
So right. So by you know, figuring out what's going on, gentle touch or whatever. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so touch, yes. Touch is one way. Sometimes breathing together. Like we never done that. But breathing together, meaning that obviously we breathe all day, but learning how to slow your breathing down.
Right.
A lot of times when we're stressed, we're breathing too fast. And so it's just because I even sometimes I can put my hand on your heart and I can feel you breathing all fast and hard. But you can learn to, I did that to you the other day. You didn't even know it. I put my hand on your heart. Putting your hand on your heart, like right here,
Right.
actually helps to calm your nervous system.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so I did that to you the other night when I felt you kind of breathing hard. I put my hand right there under your, where if you was a female, it'd be under your breast, but under a male, you know, your
Chest.
yeah, your chest right there, but under your what would be your breast still is a breast. So under there, yeah, there's certain places that that can do that. So breathing together is one. So I'll just read this. A story about breathing together. It's an example. Maria came home from a long day, her shoulders tight and breath shallow. She didn't say much, but David could sense the storm swirling inside of her. Like sometimes you can tell when your partner is just having a storm going on. He put down his phone, walked over, and took her hand. And sometimes you got to do that. You got to put your cell phone down. So anyway, he put down his phone and he paid attention to her. Pretty much, he checked in with her. And then, without a word, he began to breathe slowly in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you do that breath, it's like a 4 to 8. They call it box breathing or 4 in. And you hold it for like 7, and then you blow for 8 slowly. People can make a decision to do that when they're both already highly regulated. Like we sometimes just stop and start praying.
Right.
You can stop and just start breathing because it calms a person down. That's why you see people say that they trying to slow them. They're trying to regulate their nervous system.
Right.
And so little breaths is you can do little breaths too, like you breaths out, but mostly is in for 4, hold for 7, and slowly let your chest relax and out for the 8. So then David got her into, after he did that, after he did the breathing. Well, let me see. Without a word, he began to breathe slowly in through the nose, out through the mouth. Maria felt her own breath start to match his. Her chest softened. The buzzing in her mind began to fade. David guided her into the living room where their favorite slow Chicago stepping playlist played quietly in the background. They moved together, step by step, feeling each other's rhythm. The gentle sway of their bodies and the warmth of their connection began to melt away the day's stress. Maria smiled and said, "I feel better now," she whispered. David squeezed her hand. "Me too." So, just learning to regulate your partner. But the first thing he did was put down his phone. Sometimes you got to put your phone down and live in your own home, live in the present. Because then people on the phone, I mean, they're not in your house. And so, that's one issue. Like I hear people all the time complain about people being on the phone all the time. So in that moment, they weren't just dancing, they were regulating each other, creating safety, calm, and connection in every breath and every step. And you can do that. So here go the words. Couples can use words to create healing. Did you know that? Like your words can create healing or can create problems, obviously.
Absolutely.
Okay, so can you think of any words that people could use to create healing?
Yes, like I love you.
Okay.
Hope you're having a good day today.
Okay.
How is your day?
Okay.
You know,
Okay, so check-ins. So we'll talk about some of those words. Okay, so that was the one I was really trying to get it to. Energy gaining behaviors. But I'll start with the words that people can use because words matter. It matters how you say things. It's one thing about saying things to people, but it's important how you say things. So here we go. Couples can use words to create healing. So the concept words can be either walls or bridges to a relationship. Healing language invites safety, connection, and emotional repair. The way partners speak, their tone, pacing, and word choice directly influences how the nervous system responds. Like I tell people, when you are feeling like you're feeling overly stimulated, overly regulated, irritated, angry, you need to keep a little bit. You don't need to be in your partner's face. You need to make sure that you stand back a little bit and don't be right up on them, speeding and all that stuff. When you're angry, right up in their face. That makes people feel nervous, especially if you're a big person. You know you're a big dude and you all over your person's space. But even if you're a little person with that what you call that thing we call it?
Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah, you're a little person because these little people like to be really loud and crazy. But even if you're a little person, don't be all in your partner's face screaming because that's not okay. So give a little distance. But what you can do is when you are angry, instead of you talking, you could just go there and hold hands. Instead of you, but if you feel like you're elevated, you should probably stop speaking. Just close your mouth, period. Don't say nothing. If you feel yourself being highly elevated, it's better to just be quiet. Because normally when you're highly elevated, you're trying to prove your righteousness. You're really not trying to understand. You're just trying to prove that you're right. So you're right fighting, which doesn't work in relationships.
Correct.
So anyway, words can either build walls or bridges in a relationship. What does walls or bridges mean? What do you think the walls and the bridges mean?
So the walls would be where you put in a split separation between something, just like in a room. If you want to separate a room, you build a wall, separate one area from another area. So walls, and that's what a lot of people come into relationships with is a lot of walls of defensive mechanisms. But that's what I ran into in the many years of counseling that I went to. What they told
What?
me that, especially walls. So when you're into a relationship, you got a lot of walls up.
Right.
And a lot of people are like, how can I get through those walls? How can I break those barriers down?
Okay.
And that's separation. You separate it from where I live at. You remove that wall.
Okay.
You're separated from before that, from my age. I don't want to tell you how old I am.
Okay.
You're separated from
start already, huh?
right from our car. It's separated from how many kids I got. So if you tell a person disclose stuff in your life, I have X amount of kids. I have this many. That is,
I know somebody who actually didn't tell the person the right amount of kids they had. They had like 2 kids over there, and every time you look around, 2 more kids came. Until it became 8 or something like that. And they thought the person had 2.
right.
So it went from 2 to 8 over time.
Correct.
Because they was at mama house.
Right.
They just sprinkled them in. But so one wall is like soon as you meet somebody, like you said, you don't want to tell your age, So you can build walls or bridges through conversation. So tell me more about that. Like, what do you know about walls? You said a lot of times if you meet people, there's already walls up.
Correct. Some walls can be detrimental, and some walls can be invented by their ex. If they had a ex spouse, an ex whatever, and they could be putting walls up due to that past relationship experience.
Okay.
And that's a part of setting your boundaries as well too.
Okay.
So walls is not always a bad thing to have. It is a protective mechanism, is what I think.
Okay.
Now, what do you think, Doctor?
And I like that you said it's a protective mechanism. It because that's what a wall is. It's self-protection. And I mean, I think that it is if you feel like you got to really protect yourself a lot, obviously it can be a signal that, of you just being scared in a relationship. But it can also be a signal that this relationship is not safe. So it could be two signals. It could be a signal of some people who are anxious already have a lot of bad signals, a lot of faulty signals. Anxious people a lot of times have faulty signals,
Right.
meaning that they have a false fire alarm. The fire alarm is like ring, 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 ring. There's a fire. You go there, there's no fire.
Right.
This is what anxiety is, kind of like. This is one way of explaining anxiety. Ring, 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 ring. There's a problem. But you go there, there's actually no problem. That's anxiety. So some people have a faulty nervous system. I mean, a lot of us have, like, our nervous system will ring anyway from things that we've been through already, from our past experiences. That look like something. Ring, 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 ring. That look like something Ray Ray did to you. But sometimes it's not. And so, part of counseling, what people do too, is learn how to listen to their fire alarm, their anxiety, and see if there's any realness to it.
Right.
Right. And some people have read things. That's why I tell people stop reading a bunch of drama on TV, on the internet. So they've read things. Oh, when a person do this, if a person don't answer the phone, it's because, they got better things to do and you're not a priority. That could be. They listen to these shows and then they put walls up too from listening to these shows. So it's really important to pay attention to what you're listening to and don't just be listening to a bunch of stuff on Facebook and not just Facebook, but Facebook, YouTube, from non-professionals, people don't know what they're talking about. You listen at that one thing and it starts this little thought in your mind. And then as soon as somebody do something, your anxiety goes off. And it says, this looked like that thing that they were talking about on that show. But that don't mean it is. And so one way to deal with your anxiety, and one reason that people do come to counseling, is that they'll tell me a story, and I'll be like, okay, well, let's check the evidence on that. And so one way to deal with anxiety is checking evidence. But so anxiety does make you put up walls about things. A lot of times that's not true. But then you got to also know, and a lot of people call this anxiety intuition. So then you also got to know, though, sometimes your nervous system nudges you because the situation is not safe. You know what I'm saying? So then people start with all that stuff. They start putting up guards. I don't want to tell you my age. I don't know. I mean, that tells you something about a person who don't want to tell you their age. I mean, they can have it for different reasons, but the whole thing is that they don't know that either you get old or you die young. What are the two? I mean, some of these things can tell you about where people's focus is at. So anyway, and so the bridges, what do you think bridges are? So walls can be like anxiety, can be like, it's just pretty much things that you say can make people move away from you. And so it can cause disconnection. Your words can cause disconnection, or they can bring connection. They can bring you closer. They can build bridges. What do you say the bridges are?
A bridge is a connection. Connects one place to another. Like if you're on an island and you want to connect the islands together, you build a bridge. If you're on something separated about something else, you need to build a bridge to connect. A bridge would be for some type of connection, I would like to say.
So words that build connection, right? So healing language involves safety, connection, and emotional repair. The way partners speak, their tone of voice, especially tone, because tone can remind people of a parent, and they could say an alcoholic parent or different things. Tone can remind them of things. And so if you have those things in your past, you have to check that and see, well, is this tone taking me back somewhere else? And then I'm overreacting. Right. So that's something we talk about a lot in counseling. Pacing and word choices directly influence how the nervous system responds. A lot of Black men, we talk about that. Oh, they got a tone. You got a tone. So they automatically will get defensive when women they feel like women have a tone. They feel like you get loud. They feel like you raising your voice at them, they automatically just go somewhere else with that. A lot of men do. So tone is important. And so people can practice. They can practice. You shouldn't, in a relationship, you should just be able to talk, but you can practice when you are feeling elevated and overstimulated to take a walk and then calm down and then come to have that conversation. So it's really just paying attention to yourself. When you find yourself elevated, when you catch yourself explaining yourself for a third time, you probably need to go calm down because normally people can understand you if once you explain yourself twice. You get twice to explain yourself, and that's it. Once you explain yourself 3 to 4 times, you probably elevated. And you probably got toned by the end.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Don't you think a person heard you the second time you explained it?
Right. True. Very true.
Why would you explain it 3 more times? By the end, you're trying to prove that you're right.
Yeah, and it's called right fighting. I mean, you get into something called right fighting. Yeah, that's correct. Sure.
Right. And then by the third time you explain something, you have a tone. I guarantee you.
Right.
Now, what do you say about that?
Yeah, I agree. Now, anybody on here, if y'all like to chime in, if you have any questions for Dr. Butterfly, if any questions that you would like to ask the therapist, go ahead and ask her. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I just said on the show. You can go ahead and chime in. So here we go with when couples use words with empathy, clarity, and responsibility, they help each other move from defensive or shut down states towards openness and connection.
Right.
So anyway, core skills for healing communication. I'm just giving an example. Use I instead of you blame. So instead of you never listen to me, you say, I feel unheard when I'm sharing something important and you on the phone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're not hearing me when I'm telling you something, but you're still clicking on your phone. That's different than you never listen to me.
Right, I get that, definitely. Yep. It can seem something like that, absolutely.
Right.
So that's why you need to pay attention to your partner and really just pay attention to your partner.
Yeah, because that's a common one. Or you instead of you saying, you never listen to me, I feel disrespected when I'm trying to talk to you, but you won't, you're not what you call it, you're doing something else.
Right.
You're multitasking. I feel disrespected when I'm trying to talk to you, you're multitasking. One of the common ones is, you never touch me. I mean, why can't you just go straight to ask a person to touch you? Why do you got to say you never touch me? You know what I'm saying? But you can say, I feel disconnected when we don't touch. We don't spend time together. We don't spend physical time together. I feel disconnected. And so you mostly start with yourself. I'm feeling something. Sometimes people will still get irritated because they get defensive. But at least you're doing it the correct way. You're allowing the person to know what you feel. Another one is name the feeling, body sensation, or the need. You can say something like, I feel frustrated when, I notice that that my chest is tight and I need. So I notice within myself and I need. So I feel frustrated. And I could tell that my chest is tight when you talk too loud. So that's a better way. These build connection because they let a person know what you need. I always tell a woman that you cannot tell a man a problem without telling him a possible solution. Because usually when you tell a man a problem, he'd be like, I don't know what she want from me. This is what the men tell me as a therapist. They'd be like, I don't know what these women want. So I always say, you can't tell a person a problem without telling them a possible way to fix it. Hey, I feel like, I'm always cleaning up. I'm always cleaning. Can you wash dishes tonight? Just make a request. I feel like I'm up every day I come home, I'm picking up after everybody. Okay, can you clean up on Fridays? Whatever. Start habits. Habits are the best way to solve a lot of problems. Starting a habit. And so that means on Friday, if y'all make agreement, don't you go clean up on Friday. You wait and allow them to do that. Because somebody just asked me, they said, well, my partner, they're supposed to cook on one day a week, but a lot of times they don't do it. I said, well, yeah, but don't you jump up and do it. Because once you jump up and do it, they're still not building a habit. Let them do it. Because if you already did it by 7 and they was going to actually do it by 7:30, you didn't give them a chance to do it and they're not building a habit. So they're not there. So you're just going to keep being frustrated. Don't jump up and do it. Whatever y'all make an agreement with. So practice regular attempts. Use short phrases that show care. Can we start over? Right in the middle when something is going bad. Can we start over? This conversation just went left. Can we start over? That's a good one. Or I want to understand you. And I want to understand what you're saying.
All right, we're gonna have to use some of that stuff. We're gonna have to use some of this.
That. And here's another one. Intentionally speak one appreciation per day, even during conflict, in heavy seasons. Validate before solving. Reflect what you hear before giving advice or explaining. So reflect back before giving advice. But this is what I really wanted to get to. I was going to this energy gaining. There are energy gaining behaviors and there are energy draining behaviors. So it's like when you're feeling yourself, I've had a lot of clients lately who have been feeling like mundane, feeling like everything is just routine. Everything is just routine. There's the new, which I don't know what people be wanting. What do you want, drama all the time or something? I'm not sure. But some people do. But that's checking each other's personality in the beginning. If you want drama all the time, I don't want drama all the time. I just want to chill out sometimes. But I mean, we already have so much going on. We never have mundane periods anyway. But do you think we do mundane periods? Period of boredom, everything is all the same.
You say what?
Do we ever have mundane periods of boredom?
Of boredom? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Shit.
I don't think we ever go get bored with all the stuff we do. So here go energy gaining behaviors, physical renewal, practice slow, deep breathing, take brisk walks in fresh air. These are things that these things help you gain energy. I would say definitely going outside helps you get more energy. Just even if you work in the house, especially go sit on the porch if you can. You can't always do that because of your computer system, but move around in different areas of your house to get energy. I say to get energy, remotivate yourself. Like even if you work a boring job, you feel like it's the same thing, give yourself a project. I gave my client a project the other day. I said his project is to figure out what will remotivate him, how to remotivate himself. That's his project. Like I was telling you, like the things you do are a project, and it's project managing. That's what it is. Project management type of skills.
Right.
So I gave him a project of remotivating himself. And so do something that is hard to you. Usually challenge yourself to do something. A lot of times that remotivates you. Something that feels like you can't do it. Like you could go learn a new language. But when you get off work, if you feel bored at work, you don't want to do more work at work. They're going to give you the same money.
Right.
I'm just saying. But when you get off work, especially if you're not retired, come home, you could learn a new language. You could learn something on AI. Because you need to know AI. You could take a certification off of that edx.edu. You could do a number of things, but the way to gain energy is to remotivate yourself. Just find a way to remotivate you. Like I get bored in dance, so that's what used to make me go learn a new dance. That is very challenging, trust me.
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
Oh man! So over the weekend, it was a lot, man. A lot going on over the weekend. I can tell you that. That's why we are drained. I did not schedule any interviews probably until Wednesday. Today and tomorrow, we're going to be in sessions because we're supposed to have some sessions last week with Dr. Butterfly. But we had interviews scheduled. Things came up where I had to, interview some people about the dance and other situations. So, that's what happened.
Well, he
So,
wanted to interview people because I never felt like there was a problem in the dance community. I still don't.
yeah,
We're gonna have a great time. Every time we go out, I have a really great time in Houston and Dallas. That's why I don't travel as much no more. I have a great time right here at home.
correct.
And I never feel any problems in the dance. Even with brand new dancers, I danced with two brand new dancers last night, and they was all scared and stuff. And I was like, everybody's been new. We're about to get it. So get out here.
Right. Right.
I never see a problem in the dance community. The only thing that I've ever seen in the dance community that's a problem is some people, be negative and they just be trying to start little foolish drama, and they just be talking crap or whatever. But I don't ever see a problem in the actual dance. Do you? Like dancing with
No,
people?
it's a lot of made up situations, is what I would say.
Right.
A lot of situations are made up.
To me, that stuff is fake.
Because I dance with everybody. I even learned how to use some two step. So I can dance with everybody in all genres. And but you have to pay attention. Yeah. Do you have to slow down? Yeah. You have to get your footing right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not an issue. With just going out there to just
I'm not on my page.
you are.
Where?
Let's go back. All right.
Duh.
Now we have Super Bowl party going on this weekend. On Sunday, there's a Super Bowl party going on.
Oh.
Everybody, please feel free to come out right here.
No, I don't see it.
You're live right now. Huh? Let's see.
Yeah, you.
That's your page.
I'm trying to check my live and see why I don't see myself. Is that it?
We posted pictures of the new grandbaby,
Yeah.
baby
Right.
Isaac.
Yes. I'm trying to find my live. Don't see it.
Let's do this. Take me just dance.
Why? Is it somewhere else? My page?
No, it's on your page. I don't know why you can't find it. I was having a problem with that the other week. Facebook trying to locate your stuff. Because I shared it.
Why is it gonna be just dance entertainment?
No. I shared it on that page.
Well, I see it there, but who is it? Is that you? That's where it's at. It's on Just Dance.
I shared it on here though.
Yeah, but where is it right now?
If anybody's on your page, they can see it. There's log on your page too. I have no idea where it is. See, look, I'm on your page. Boom, and you're live. Bam.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know why, because it will usually show it here.
You have a few people on your page. It won't let me see who all is coming in on your page. So unfortunately, this morning, Facebook have some glitches where I can't see who's on the page. But I like to say good morning to you. We have people on YouTube, other outlets that we have.
Let me see. Let me go to StreamYard, make sure that it's clicked.
Yes. Boom, right there.
Okay, I guess. But anyway, what was we talking about? Oh yeah, we have Wednesday coming up where we have Darren and Tamika coming teaching Houston two-step from 7 to 8:30. And then we will have all styles dance, which Wednesday is starting to be a nice little crowd. So come out and get your dance on. You women will dance more on Wednesdays than you dance on other days because them men will dance you out.
Yeah.
The women who don't really get up on regular days, believe me, you're gonna dance on Wednesday.
Yeah, you will.
Because it might just be like, it might just be like 20 some people there, 20, 25 people. They're gonna dance you to so much.
Yeah.
Might be like around like 30 people or around that amount.
About 30 people. So.
Right. And then they go just keep asking you to dance, keep asking you to dance. So you're going to dance. You're going to dance more than you dance on the Saturday.
We also have new people coming in as well.
Right. We got these new people coming in, and so they be excited. Right. And we be having new guys out there, ladies. If y'all want to meet somebody, that's how you meet somebody in these smaller parties. So stretching, or we were just talking about getting remotivated. You chimed in to say something. Oh, you chimed in to say we was tired. I wasn't tired. I'm heavily motivated. I just started with Shock's training, and I feel real motivated. I don't feel tired at all. I mean, this ain't helping none. See, just please go back to my page because you can't even see it.
No,
I wanted to see it on my own page.
that is.
No.
No, I just shared it to you.
Yeah, okay. So energy gaining behaviors. Well, gentle stretch is good. And thoughts too. There are limiting, self-limiting beliefs. And I put some on your page or on my page. Quality sleep, of course, drinking enough water, taking short breaks, emotional recharge, journaling your thoughts or feelings, practicing gratitude. These are just some energy gaining behaviors, social connections, and spiritual and inner peace. And then here goes some energy gaining words. Empowering, confident, unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm capable, I'm strong, I'm courageous, I'm resilient, I'm empowered, I'm determined, I'm bold, I'm fearless, I'm motivated, I'm inspiring, I'm driven. And then obviously we have energy, I didn't even put them in there. Energy draining. Did I put them in there? Energy draining behaviors. I didn't put that in there. I don't think. Okay. But I did put behaviors that promote happiness. Practicing self-compassion or self-compassion. You compassionate with yourself?
Yes, I am. It's been a long time coming, like the song says, but absolutely I am. Good morning, Janet. Thank you for tuning in with us. She says, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Janet, what behaviors promote happiness for you? This is polyvagal and cognitive behavior therapy principles. Cultivating gratitude, being grateful. Being grateful for things. What are you grateful for, Herman?
I'm grateful for my new family. I never have had a daughter that lives in my home. Now I have 4 that depend on me.
Well, they don't live in your home, but
I have one that lives in my home. And it is, I would just say, all having 2 sons, like, kind of blinded me from like having to raise a daughter. Boys are easy. Boys are easy. And boys are easy. Some daughters, adjustment, like don't want to say anything harsh, just softens you. The daughters softens you, like I don't want to, be overly aggressive or overly this. They provide a softness to your heart, especially if you aren't involved in their life. If, my daughter, my stepdaughter, I get her from school every day, check on her, do a mental check in with her, see what's going on. What projects do you have going on in school? Do you need anything? I'm sorry.
I'm stuck. Look.
Do you
froze?
That's just the Facebook. See.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So do you need anything? What do you need? Stuff like that. So yeah, they bring a softness to you. Boys, they bring a toughness to you, and you're like, hey, if you fall down and scrape your knee, get back up and let's go. Your daughter falls down, it's like, oh man, get a little sense of weakness, So that's one of the things I can definitely say. That's what I'm grateful for is to have an opportunity, having grandkids. Inherited grandkids from my beautiful Dr. Butterfly. You know, it's like, man, here's my babies, but I'm glad I can send them to their parents. I can send them back home.
Yeah, we got one about to start coming over on Wednesday, so get ready.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm glad we can,
Every Wednesday, we got two. Oh, okay, two of them. We about to start keeping every Wednesday.
yeah. So it's like, I'm glad they were glad parents are coming home, but while they're with you, spoil them little people, and say, yep, here you go. Whatever it is you want to play, let's go ahead and do it. So that is something that I am definitely grateful for. Baby, thank you. My woman, she had 6 magnificent children.
Well, grown people, really, but one
Well,
child.
grown folks.
Yeah, they grown folks, but we got one child who's 16. Everybody else is grown.
Everybody,
Yeah,
but she
adult children.
raised 6 wonderful children, and one is still in progress of being raised. And hey, it is a beautiful thing to have to see every single day. Thank you, baby. I know we go through our growing pains and we have stuff that we.
And we got a big one, the next one. Acceptance of others. This is this one. That's what he got a problem with.
Well, that's what I've been preaching here lately because.
Have you been doing it? You've been preaching it. But go ahead.
My son, he was like, he had me blocked for a little bit for about a month or so, and I finally his birthday came up, so I guess he wanted to give. So I texted his mom. I said, our son still got me blocked. She said, oh no, I did not know that. So she's like, I told him I'm blocked you, so he unblocked me. Then I talked to him. He called me, whatever. And I said, are you mad at me? He said, I just realized you're not gonna change. I'm not a TV dad, son. I'm not the Huxtable type of guy. Is what I'm not the Huxtable. So, I'm not going to be, politically correct all the time. So and then I said we got to accept each other for who we are and not change. Like if I want you to be a straight A student, you're not a straight A student. So I'm accepting you. And as long as you're doing your best at that time is what I can be grateful for. Like I said, so if you wanted me to be changed into a Chinese man, I can't do that. I am me. I'm Native American and Black.
What? Native American and Black.
One half. So I'm Native American and Black. So I'm like, I am me. I can't change into a Chinese man if you wanted me to change into a Chinese man. I'm not telling. Don't matter how much you wish or all that other stuff. But I am who I am, and in the community, we need to accept everybody for who they are.
What about in this house? Because this one keep trying to change me. Oh, yeah.
What's up?
Yeah. Well, what about in this house? Do you try to change me?
I don't try to change you, man.
Oh, for real?
I don't try to change you. We talk.
No, whatever. No, you don't.
We
no,
talk
you
about
don't.
respect.
I always respect you.
We talk about respect.
Some people try to put respect into, they try to make whatever they don't like be a part of respect when it has nothing to do with respect.
Right. So
we're talking about some people we talk about is you.
Well, a lot of times it does have stuff to do with respect. So that's what we talk about. We talk about respect. So as far as me trying to change you, honey, I'm not trying to change you.
Y'all remember Butterfly that he always met? I Butterfly in the little dress. I actually do much less. I told myself down because I know who I'm with and whatever. But he's, he like, be Susie Q. Don't be Butterfly.
Nobody's trying to be Susie Q because I'm not attracted to Susie Q.
He'd be like, be some other person, Michelle.
Nah, nobody wants to be none of that.
When there's thousands of Michelles out there today,
Yeah.
But you want to date a butterfly, but you want butterfly to be Michelle. Really?
Right.
That don't work. But butterfly, that H2O just be H2O.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't be doing that. And H2O has some weird ways, but I just let H2O be H2O because that's how people actually be creative. People don't have to be you. Creativity, a lot of times, is born through differences
Right.
and being able to look inside of that person for that creativity. They can be more creative when they're themselves. But when someone is trying to be someone else and be fake and not be authentic, it's harder for them to be creative because they're working so hard to be this person you want them to be instead of just being themselves. And then their creativity will come on top of that. And so, actually, when you try to change who people are, you stifle their creativity. You make them less of what they could be because they're trying so hard to be the person you want them to be that they can't, their creativity can't shine. Now, if they can just be authentic and don't have to worry about changing their personhood, then they can shine. They can shine bigger and shine brighter. That if they're trying to like, oh, let me do this to please this person. Oh, let me try to do this to please this person. Outside of who they actually are. Now, we all should be growing and being better, but we still need to be ourselves. We need to be authentic. But this will be trying to turn me into Michelle, whoever Michelle is.
Yeah, I was Michelle.
Somebody much smaller than Butterfly.
Nah.
Yeah, right. And then, so anyway, building connections, these things promote happiness, building connection, building positive connections, not just building connections, but building positive connections. So I would say when you go out, look for who likes you, because even though there might be a person there who don't have time for you, I learned this a long time ago in Shane's, which we was at yesterday. I used to go to Shane's back in the day, and sometimes I would get upset because this one person didn't have time for me. They wasn't paying no attention to me. Whatever. This was when I was newer in the dance community. But I learned to go in Shane's and look for who liked me. And I would always find someone who liked Butterfly. And so I would just go in there and look, who got time for me today? Who wants to actually connect with me today? I would literally go out to look for positive connections. And I always found them. Every time. I always find a positive connection in the club. So seek positive connections. What do you think about that? Like literally seek who is, instead of saying, oh, this person don't like me, oh, this person's talking crap about me. Find that positive connection in the club.
Right. And
what do you think about that?
Absolutely. That's what we're about in 2026 is finding positive connections. The people who like you, who's gonna have fun with you. That is what we're about in 2026. Have fun. And if it doesn't make sense to give it any attention, hey, we're not gonna give it any attention.
I'm not giving any negativity attention, because by the time you get caught up in some negativity, it will have took your focus for a whole week or month from what you're doing. So why would you do that? Like, don't even get involved with any negativity, because by the time you get involved with that negativity, first of all, when you get involved with some negativity, it will end up attaching itself to different areas of your life. Like it'll start right here, but then you'll be arguing over here, and you'll be arguing with this person. Most of the time when people are arguing with you, it don't have everything to do with you. It have to do with they're just miserable, period,
Right.
in other areas of their life. But just don't do it. Because first you start arguing with this person, next thing you argue with your spouse. Then if you wouldn't have been arguing with that person, then you wouldn't be arguing with your spouse. Just nip it in the bud. Don't get to arguing and tripping with nobody. Seek positive connections. Like look for them. They are there.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, I can't agree more. That is 1,000% correct, baby. 1,000%
Yeah.
correct.
So build positive connections. And you also learn to regulate your emotions. That's why I have some of my clients, I have given them good feedback. They're less emotional reactive. Like be less emotionally reactive. Quit reacting to everything that's negative. Be positive. positive, emotionally reactive. React to positivity. These are habits. This is not something uh, that just happen to people. People build a habit of reacting to positively, emotional. I can't even. It's hard to say, but being positively, emotionally reactive. So reacting to positivity instead of reacting to negativity. This is the one that my lovely uh, fiance can do. Is literally finding positive things to react to. That's going to be our. That's actually going to be our homework this week.
Because it has been hard. When I say
That's
hard,
our homework this week.
to
Go ahead.
only react to positivity, it has been extremely.
And see, I didn't say that word only. That's where CBT comes in at. See, he added a word
But not
only.
only, okay, not only.
Right.
When
But that's
it,
where CBT come in at. It's
when
being
it is
extreme.
hard to stay away from negativity when you have so much.
Yeah, when you see so much because you seek those negative things. But seek if you are spending your time seeking positive connections, most of the time you will miss negative connections.
Right. And
So it's a habit.
yeah, people that have been saved.
Yeah. So I'm putting it in my thing because that's our homework this week. Our personal homework.
People have been saved. I can tell you that.
You see what I'm saying? He had that in his head. But seek. Our homework is to seek
We've been praying about a lot of stuff. And praise God. Thank
positive
you.
connections.
And since we have 2 minutes left, I'm going to end with a prayer. Lord Jesus, please give everybody everything they need to get through today, this week, this year. You are the greatest of the greatest, the best of the best, the most beautiful of the most beautiful people, the Lord of the Lords, and the only God. Thank you. Let everybody have a wonderful and blessed day. Love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Oh, and I'm okay. I'm finishing doing this thing. Find moments to positively, emotionally. It's kind of hard to write it. React, and build this habit because habits matter. You can do it if you practice it. Then you can increase this skill. The only way to increase certain skills is to practice them. Just like we practice being negative.
Right. Hey, see y'all Wednesday. See y'all at the Super Bowl party. Hey,
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl party. Say that before you get out of
the
there.
Super Bowl party is going to be Sunday, February 8th. It's going to be a fantastic thing. Please share it on your page. Please come out. $10 in advance, 15 at the door.
Go ahead and make your advance payments. We really appreciate advance payments. We really appreciate advance purchasing because we know how many people are going to be there. We know how much food to make.
And we're gonna
because there's free food there.
and we're gonna dance and we're gonna listen to the Super Bowl at the same time.
Right. He's going to, we're already practicing how he will have the speakers to a way that you can hear the music and also be able to hear the game. Hear the music in one area and the game in the other area, but you'll be able to see the game all over. But you will be able to hear the game at the front and dance at the back, but you can see the game all over. Yep. So we're going to figure out how to place the speakers in a way where this works.
And we'll see you Wednesday.
That's another project you have. And so you should write about it.
And we'll see you Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. Love y'all. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye.
So look, your project management, and you have to record it, and